besides the leaders. I saw Mike, our leader, sitting outside and figured I was safe to walk outside and sit on the bench beside him. I sat down as the sun rose behind me and looked out and observed my surroundings. This was an experience like never before. Looking out, it looked like the Pacific Ocean went on forever. Waves were crashing on the rocks in a soothing pattern. Seeing all this and taking it all in, I realized how great God is, and that He creates these wonderful moments, and He creates such a beautiful earth. I felt like God gave me this special sunrise to experience His mighty wonders. I felt connected to God and better than ever before with Him. So that was Luke. And then Zach's, sorry, I have it on my phone. This is Zach's letter. My trip to San Francisco was phenomenal, to say the least. I'm so thankful for the congregation for making it possible for us to get there. Our leaders who did an amazing job of sharing their knowledge and really enlightening us, and especially Mike for keeping up and entertaining home. This trip would not have been this special if it wasn't for the amazing group of people I got to share it with. I will never forget the beauty of San Francisco and all the memories and friends I made here. That was Zach. And then this is later that night we had like just a little prayer with Mike right outside the Lighthouse Hostel. This is Tori.
Hi, Tori. On Friday, we had gotten up early and we went down to the beach where Grace was thrown in. And we stood on the rocks and we waited for what we were going to do. And Mike had given us a larger piece of rock, and he said, "This rock is all your worries." So we went up to different spots. So you can see Grace was on the little part right beside the ocean, and Luke was sitting, and you basically had to pray. Hello. So you basically had to pray and think of all your worries of what you were gonna throw into the ocean. And a lot of us sat there for a while, even after throwing it in. It was just really nice. That was actually my moment of wonder. I had been standing on the beach. I think I was the farthest to the right, and I looked to my left, and there's everyone with their eyes closed, thinking about what they were gonna throw into the ocean, all their worries and everything. And then this brings us to 8.
So this is when we went to Santa Cruz, which was about an hour away from where we were staying. And so we did the rock thing, like Tori was saying, and then we went to Santa Cruz, and it was actually National Surfing Day that day. And Santa Cruz is really known for surfing, so we went there and stayed on the beach for a little while as a group. And some of us tried to go in the water, but obviously it was a little cold, so we didn't really do that for that long. Then after that, we went to a little Mexican restaurant that was right on the boardwalk, and we were all just together as a group, really, and we got to sit down and eat dinner and just kind of reflect on the trip and just talk. Here's the Santa Cruz Surfing Museum. And then here, this was back when we were at the lighthouse, and our spiritual guide Mike gave us a task that we had to fill out where we would just kind of tell about what was our moment of wonder on the trip, and all of us went around and shared what was the most powerful thing that we went through during the trip, and that was really just a great moment for all of us, I think, and yeah, it was a good way to end the trip.
I actually didn't get to share my moment of wonder, and I really wanted to tell you guys about it because it's really special to me. But something I actually think about this a lot whenever I'm with the group, like I was with you guys this morning. When we got to the hostel on the first day, the one at Fisherman's Wharf, we were all under the impression that there would be several rooms and we would be like a few people to each room. And when we got there, Mike was like, all right, here's you guys' rooms. Here's one for the girls and one for the boys. So we had 8 people in one room. I think it was like all the girls in one room, including Lisa and Mary. And we were all just kind of like secretly thinking like, how is this gonna work? Like a bunch of girls in like one room with all these bunk beds. And it was just like, we were all kind of worried about how we were gonna get along. But it was really special because I think we all really bonded, and we would like stay up at night and we would be talking, and like Grace told us a bunch of stories, and and it was just like really, really nice. And when we went to the hostel at the lighthouse, we were in separate rooms and we had like 3 or 4 to a room. And on the last night, the day before we went to the airport to come back home, actually the girl, Kate, Grace, and Claudia came in our room, and we were all like together because we didn't want to be separate. And like they came in and we were just having a lot of fun with like Lisa and Mary, and it was just really nice because looking back, like I think this trip really created some like lifelong bonds for all of us because we all experienced this together. And it was really special that I'm really good friends with all of you guys now. I know you guys, so it's really important to me.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. We have just a little thing we want to do real quickly before I let y'all take questions. Reverend Brenda said we could take 5 minutes longer for questions. Everybody had to be in church by 5 after. But Brenda has something that she wants to say first before we take questions.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The first thing I have to say is next time I want to go. I think the rector absolutely has to be there, don't you? Yeah, all right, so that's a done deal. I'm so happy and thrilled that you all had such a wonderful, meaningful time. A lot of wonderful stories about what came out of your trip together. And I just wish I could have shared it with you, but I'm glad you all had such a great time. And I love that moment of wonder.